Good morning, everybody, and welcome to again that finally popped up online. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the fifth episode of Let's Draw on Something. This is Craig Smith here, born and raised in 773, moved to relocate to 901, and currently suffering the measurement 256. I have to forget the noise in the background because my neighbor um, they doing some more bullshit back next door here. I guess putting some insulation in the house or something like that, removing old insulation and putting new shit in there. So that's all the noise you hear in the background. But on this episode, if that's Jimmy JSmoove and Jim McWright of the Jimmy JSmoove Network, we're gonna talk about all these NBA trades that went down and everything. Why I think Cleveland will not make it to the finals with that roster they got, and I really don't give no fucks about that phony number 23 being on the team and not. They're not going to make it. Now I'm gonna tell you why, and also just gonna talk about some other issues. But let me start off on this note by saying this. I have an Instagram account. If people would take if they decide to take the time to Google me, like who is Craig L. Smith II, okay, they're gonna find a whole bunch of white guys that got that's named Craig L. Smith II. There's not too many black guys that's named Craig, okay? So what you'll find on me is a Facebook. I got a Google profile. I got a YouTube. I got a LinkedIn. I got a Twitter. I got a DeviantArt. I'm on this I'm on members of this website, Utopia Sports, where we talk about football and video games and stuff like football, sports games, stuff like that. SRK.com, which is a fighting game based community. We talk about just about fighting games, but regular fighting games in general. And I also have an Instagram account. Now, I put a story on there when I said that I'm gonna start just unfollowing people who think, who think they find something wrong there when you respond to their videos and stuff like that. Hey, I ain't worried about it, okay? Because some of the folks just ain't, some of the folks just ain't shit anyway. Let's just be real. Whether they're just whether they're celebrities or whatnot or whatever. Like my old man said, they ain't no better than anybody else. Their ass point to the ground just like everybody else's. So I'm not worried about it. So like from now on, I mean, I got a bunch of followers that follow me because they like my art. And like I said, I got guys that own these restaurant businesses, logos and stuff like that. They follow me on like all the little fitness guys and especially the women. They follow me because they like my art. And then like I said, I had a couple of them to tell me that I spit some of the realest talk. From a man's perspective, no matter what color my skin is, from a man's perspective, I spit some real talk. So, all I'm gonna do, hey, I'm just gonna follow folks, and I'm just gonna say this. If you don't want people to, don't get the classification. Don't throw the rock and then turn around and hide your hand. Show your hand. You know, if they, hey, just because you know that you got a you're a DJ at a radio station and all this and that. You what was I gonna say? You got all the you think you above and beyond and all that. Like you'll never have time to answer nobody. Hey, people got to realize. Same people have to realize that hey, they started from the as Drake say, started from the bottom. Now I'm here. They got to realize that way they still humble beginnings. They forget how to be humble. I detailed all my humble experiences and everything. So, it doesn't hurt to be, it doesn't hurt to be humble. You don't show don't show humility through humiliation. Okay. What I mean by that is you got to be humiliated in order for yourself to show humble. You got to be humiliated first. So that's not the way to go. I mean, if you had humble beginnings just like everybody else did, hey, learn to give back and respect back. Don't forget where you came from. This ain't, we're living in the world now, and I stated it before plenty of times that we got social media just basically just running shit. Okay, there's no real people around. There's not anybody that can just come on out and just say, well, hey, talk it out. But instead, you throwing shots on Facebook and this and that. So that's why I just said on my Instagram account, which is Craig, I think I remember 1478. You know, there's certain people that follows me and I follow them back. But when you apply to the stories, I don't mind people applying my stories. As long as you keep your comments cool. If you say, if you come off the cuff, you call me, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you mess around, you call me a nigger. That's nig with the er in it. I'm cutting you off. Just keep it simple. Don't call me a son of a bitch, or don't call me the N word. I'm just keeping it real. If you're gonna reply to my story and then reply my videos, it's the same way. And then while I'm trying to buy time to wait on Jimmy JSmoove, I also, man, at my job Friday, I witnessed. Get a swig of this. I witnessed. Excuse me. I witnessed a young lady get laid off. I'm not gonna say my job's name. But I witnessed a young lady being laid off, and what's really effed up was the fact that they told her, and I quote, they let her know the Friday, and then they said this coming week will be her last week. I mean, it's like what Jimmy J. It was like what Jimmy JSmoove and I we talked about with episode 2 of the leadership at your employment about at will states. At Tennessee and Alabama's at will state, and I'm living in an at will state. Because Bama they don't give a damn. They had that Paulie mentality from Goodfellas when it comes to firing people and stuff. So the young lady and we ain't never discussed nothing because she was one of them little fickle ass folks. She speak to only people she feel worth talking to. But I hate to see someone, you worked hard and so many months of, and I don't even think she was there like a year. If she was a year, it's messed up. But I just hate to see people, man, just get 86 for no reason, none whatsoever. So, and now, now I got to go in with the mentality like, okay, and right now, to be honest with you, I'm working and got to work this job now. Like this may be it. Like this is gonna be my last job. I can't say I have something to fall back on. I can apply for a network technician job somewhere, but the only thing I have to do, I just have to get certified. So, I have stuff to fall back on. I have my drawing to fall. I have my artwork to fall back on. I have, I have a lot of things that's in the fire. Or as a lot of people we quote and say, "Well, Craig, you do too much." Hey, you got to do too much in order. Instead, you just being one dimensional. You just can't just, like people in Memphis. Like we discussed in episode 3 about Memphis. You just can't just excuse me, ear was itching. You just can't not just settle, man. You gotta do something. You just can't you just can't cut be expected to sit in mom's house all your life, not do shit all the time, and not and not have no goals and stuff set for yourself. You can't do that. You gotta have something to fall back on. Like if just say like if God forbid if I lose my job today, if I lose my job tomorrow, I'm gonna have something to fall back on, have something to fall back in place. Oh, I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna have that mentality by saying, oh well, I'm not gonna. Well, I ain't gonna be looking for no job, man. I'm depending on this tax money to get something. If my tax money run out, then I'm gonna get a job. No, look, tax money ain't. And this tax money mentality shit, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to cut this shit out. I don't give a fuck if you're getting back $15,000 off your taxes. You still got to have a job. Don't quit your job, then your money run out, then you come running back. Keep your day job. Keep your night job. Or do something. So, I mean, but like I said, I feel bad for the young lady. And, uh, you know, now, everybody in my place of work, that it started there like myself. It'll be a year coming up October. I gotta start working that job like it's my last, dude. Like I'm walking on eggshells. So, well, than that, but I guess I need to see what's going on with Jimmy JSmoove. I'm still talking to you guys. Take the headset off for a second. I was canceling out that noise. But we're talking about these NBA trades in a minute because I was getting sick of that. Okay. Hold on, man. Okay. Well, just okay. I just got a text back from he's Jimmy's on his way from the washer. But man, we had a whole lot of NBA trades that went down this week. I was entertained by the Cleveland drama that's going on. Uh, so I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, Cavs fans here. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr. was a good pickup. Okay, but it's like I said, that don't guarantee a finals. That's not gonna get, it's not gonna guarantee a finals. Maybe Jimmy JSmoove may say otherwise. Uh, that is not going to guarantee a finals trip because all the issues that they have going on, they got the highest payroll, and Dan Gilbert, he's trying to pull Jerry Jones and stuff. I mean, why would you get a general manager but then turn around, you're gonna take over, you're gonna be the director of basketball operations and you own them. Sometimes owners just need to just stay the fuck on, you know? And I'm not a big fan of Dan Gilbert on a lot of stuff, okay? But I had to chat here. I'm not a big fan of some things what Dan Gilbert does, because Dan Gilbert, I'm not, and really I ain't a fan of the Cavs at all. But if it's anybody that is some Cleveland fans will have to admit, Dan Gilbert does some fuckboy shit. I mean, come on. You had 2 years in a row you had the #1 pick. I mean, you traded your best one, which is Kyrie Irving. Then you get a bust by the name of Anthony fucking Bennett, and he turned out to be nothing. Now he didn't busted. Now Bennett, and his name's Bennett, and now he's no longer in it in the NBA. I mean, so what the fuck is he doing? Then with this Isaiah Thomas situation, I mean, this little fuckwad had the nerve to all of a sudden be the spokesman of the team. How you gonna be? You just got there. You supposed to just, any good team. If you get a team, right? You just got on the team. How can you speak on team issues? And the only thing Isaiah should have just did was just say, "Well, hey, I just got here, so I really don't know what's going on. All I know is, hey, I'm ready to play. Just hopefully I can get off this injury and recover from my injury quicker and try to do the best I can." But no, he get there. First thing he do, he gonna call a fucking team meeting. Want to question why Kevin Love left for the game, bro. If Kevin Love was sick, if Kevin Love had the drizzling shits, and he had the flu, he had every right to leave. So who was he to question his integrity? I mean, hell, you know, it's like if you sick at your job, you fall sick to the point you can't work no more. What you gonna do? You gonna go home, right? You gonna go home. Okay, you ain't gonna tough it out and kill yourself for that job. And then first thing that job will say, "Oh well, he didn't. Well, I know he told us he was sick, but we tried to tell him to go home and all that." But I'm glad Isaiah Thomas has been traded to the Lakers. And then his agent had the nerve to text ESPN's Rachel Nichols. My client is not coming off the bench. Well, it's mighty funny. He finna come on. He coming off the bench. So he just gonna have to suck it up. And I told a couple of partners of mine, Isaiah Thomas reminds me of Allen Iverson. Short man complex, think he's tough, but he's not. But I mean, at least AI had heart though. No, I give it to AI. AI had heart. And AI wasn't a ball hog. AI played defense, but he bitched a lot. So, but I think some of these trades were good. I think they said Denver had the best trade. I mean, I kind of was expecting Emmanuel Muad'Day to get traded because that system that Mike Malone is running in Denver is a pass. It's a pass. It's kind of like a pass heavy shoot offense and hard nosed defense. Muad'Day gave you ladder, but all he did was pass. Dude he never wanted to work on that shot enough. You know, they get all these point guards and shit. What are you drafting for? And they don't have no shot or anything. I look like Chris Dunn. You know, Chris Dunn needed to step his game up. He'd be wide open for a three. He'll wait for somebody to come. He'll go try and kick it, and then go to the hoop. He'll kick it back out, which will result in a turnover. I get sick of them guys this shit. So, all you point guards are supposed to be coming out. And by the way, that kid from Oklahoma, he needs to stay one more year. So ESPN, he's not gonna do what you want him to do. He needs to stay one more year because Trae Young has some kinks in his armor that he need to work on. So ESPN, he's not. I repeat, he's not gonna come out because you want him to come out. Because if I was a kid's father, if I had a child playing Oklahoma, y'all hype him up. I tell y'all, look, shut up. Don't try to come. Don't be trying to coach my child about him going to the NBA. That's his decision. And if I feel he needs to stay another year, that's up to me, not you. That's how I tell him. But trying to wait on Jimmy JSmoove here because he at the he's at the wash right now. And I'm getting ready to see because I'm trying to run out some stuff to talk about here. Says niggas need to hurry up. Let me send it again. Give me a second, people. Man, everybody, ooh. So, but college basketball wise, I mean, looks like we're gonna have us a new number one in Virginia. Yeah, that Virginia team that refuses to score over 90 points in a game. They're number one. They've been number one for 3 straight years in defense, but can't put no points on the board. Then whereas you got Purdue, I mean, they had a 19-game win streak, bro. And Purdue, they're like in the top 5 in the nation in both offensive and defensive efficiency. So I mean that's pretty good. That's some balance there. So as y'all know, Villanova is no longer number one. So that honor will go to Virginia. I'm just glad my Tar Heels is finally learning to step their shit up. So big shout out to North Carolina Tar Heels. I hope they can get a win streak going on how to play some defense. Yeah, they ain't won 2 in a row. NC State, yeah, they're a pretty good team. They are a pretty tough team. I'm disconnect. Let me pick this man up again. Damn. I don't know what's going on his end. Okay, I sent this thing to him 3 times and he still hasn't gotten it. So I'm trying to. I be hating that, man. I be trying to get this man some time to get all this shit together. So, well, let me just roll with it. I just think.
Yeah.
You there? All right,
I'm here, dude. I apologize for that, brother. I was out and about. I was out and about, dog. So
Okay, hey, forget that noise in the background, man. Like I was saying earlier in the beginning, my neighbor decided he got to put some fucking insulation in his house or some shit. So I'm shitting. I had these headphones on, trying to cancel it out. But man, what's been up with you, dude?
I'm doing great, dog. I was just coming back from the washer and stuff like that because I couldn't do it yesterday because I was at a conference yesterday and handling business, doing that and networking and stuff like that. But I came in at the end where you was talking about the tax money. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess it was a delay in terms of you getting the message and stuff like that. But I want to say this, guys. If you going out there and using your tax money for a fucked up ass car that your ass ain't gonna be using next year, and you do this shit every year, you need to kill yourself. First of all, if you getting more than 5 G's, you need to pay like at least 3 months in rent in advance. That's if you able to do that, or put it into like an account to where you ain't gonna be able to have access in it. Invest your money. Do other things with your tax money, you know, then fuck it off. Put that on some collateral so you can buy some real estate and stuff. It's so many ways. If you're getting 5 stacks, 10 stacks, if you're getting anything over 3 stacks on your tax return, do something with it besides fucking it off. Invest in a business or something, and do something to invest. Uh, even get a secure credit card ain't bad. You
Something. I
just put
mean,
because
they got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, because like you said, that's secure credit card. But see, that's everybody's problem, especially us. That word credit.
Yeah.
Let me break down what credit's supposed to be. Credit credit is more like, this is what I think credit is, in my opinion.
Right.
It's more like a privilege. Okay. But you have people that abuse that shit. Because see, earlier when you came here and said about telling about taxes, I was talking about when I said a young lady got laid off from my job. And people depending on all of a sudden depend on their tax money and everything, shit like that. And then they want to start getting a job. But credit to me is more like, hey, it's a privilege. Okay. It doesn't mean I don't know if you can call it like if it's a short term, mid term, or long term fix. Sometimes your credit can make or break you. Okay, whether you trying to get nowadays banks checking your credit and shit to see if you're gonna be able to get you a hell. You can have it's people I know that got good credit scores and shit and still can't get them a bank account. You got folks got good credit, can't get them they can't get the house they want, but they can get an apartment, and vice versa. So which is fucked up. But like you said, Jimmy, I mean, if they get a secure credit card, man, and they and see, let me tell you, and I don't know, we go crazy about with shit like that. Okay, we really do. Credit card, whatever, prepaid, all this other shit. It's like that. We let's just be real. I'm being real here, people. People are not used to shit, especially me, especially our own black folks. We ain't used to shit.
Right.
We're not. I mean, and it's just sad, you know, Jimmy, like you said, if a motherfucker get $5,000 back from their tax income return, I had one dude say he got back $5,000 fucking dollars and all his shit went on bills. I wanted to slap the shit out of his ass. I said, why you want to put all your shit on bills? I said, do you got a whip? That need fixing. But why you put your shit on bills?
Did this nigga
okay.
Peep game? Did this nigga owe a line of credit or something for him to put all that stupid ass shit on bills? What kind of fool ass shit is that?
I don't know, man. I'm like, well, why would you do something like that? If you know your bill can need fixing, but you gonna use your tax money on bills, and you ain't got shit show for yourself. Man, if I got back $5,000 on my taxes, you know, if I got back $5,000 on my taxes, you know, first thing I'm gonna do, whatever bill I need to knock out for a good minute, I'm gonna take care of that first. Then if something like my car need fixing, like if I need to put some new tires or anything, or get a tune up, finally get the check engine light done and that shit, I'm gonna do it. I ain't got time to put all that shit on no fucking bills and I'm walk around.
I agree.
I ain't got no money, man. I fucked up all my goddamn money. Look, you ain't been put on this earth, and it's just gonna say this. You ain't been put on this earth just when you get tax money, put it all on bills. Have some fun or something, man. Shit. Cause I mean that shit just irks me with folks. And I hear one person say, well, what other people do shouldn't aim you. Ain't nobody like you. Okay. I don't want people to, you know, because I'm gonna put it like this. I can see if people have my mindset, they bring it, which I am, you know, I am pretty smart, not bragging. I said if people have my mindset, they wouldn't know what to fucking do. They wouldn't be able to handle it. You know, I'm not saying I got issues, dog, but you know, your mind is like a computer. That's how my mind is. It's processing a whole lot of shit. Some of these folks, man, they act like they can't process shit, but then they do. They pull that pretend game. They got so used to just doing a bunch of shit. They really just don't give a fuck. They just do shit reckless with abandon. You know, it's classic fuck boy and fuck girl shit. So, like Jimmy said, if you get back $5,000 or something like that close to your tax, or hell, I'll do you solid. If you walk around here, if you get back $6,000 on your taxes, and you walk around still claiming your child and they grown, you better fucking do something with that goddamn money good.
I agree. I totally agree.
I'm just saying, and then you know, let's just make long story short. Hey, people, no matter what color, you know, it ain't just, and I'm just gonna say it's not just us black folks that think this way. You got some others that think like that too. But you get money back like that, and you still, you know, that's fine and good. You claim a child that's little, that's about as tall as to your kneecaps or whatever. But if they're at an age where you can knock the fuck out of them and they be able to get on their own, and you still claiming them on your taxes, you better be doing something with that motherfucking money quick. And plus, I really don't see. And then plus, I don't see how motherfuckers get away with that shit anyway. Like it's one person I know, they claim their son on their tax, and their son wasn't even 21 years. I'm telling a lie. Their son was 20. And I'm like, how the fuck you able to get away with that shit?
You can do it. You can actually claim your kids. You can actually claim your kids. You can claim a relative. You can claim anybody. But the problem is, if they're working, that's gonna fuck up their tax return as well. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you wanna, if you want to have perpetual arguments with your kids, it's best not to do that. But you can claim other people. You know what I'm saying? It's legal. You know what I'm saying? You can't claim.
You know, because I see, like last year I claimed my mom, but see I can't do it this year. So, because that was the reason for the past 2 years I claim my mom and shit. So, because you know with her disability and stuff, you know.
Do you pay more than 50% of the bills over there?
No, no, my mom, she lived out of state. So I was able to claim her that one time when I first moved here.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna have to talk to you off air about that.
yeah.
I have to talk to you off air on that, yeah, because that's a little, yeah, that's a little different though. But
Mm-hmm.
I went to my conference yesterday. And we were talking about debt and credit. You know how to increase the credit, how to shift the money you spend on bills to the money you invest in. A lot of white people have more financial problems than people think. It's just the media out there make it seem like only black people have financial problems. But like the man said at the conference, he was like, you cannot have a 69% minority. That just can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these people who have financial trouble, because the number is 69% of people in the United States of America uh, are in debt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and 80% is close to is either in debt or on the borderline of it. So it's a lot of white people that don't know what the fuck they doing with their money either. So let's just keep that in mind as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We do so a lot of us, the white people we do be around, they know how to manage their situation the best they can, but that does not mean they're doing all good. They might be spending home equity loans. They might have sent their kid to private school and put a home equity loan and still paying a house note. You know what I'm saying, out there and shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. So you'll be surprised, man, because a lot of those people that was in the foreclosure crisis was it in the foreclosure crisis. It was a lot of white people getting their shit taken from them.
Oh hell
So
yeah! I
let's
remember
keep that
seeing
in
that
mind.
shit back. That was 10 years ago. A whole bunch of folks getting that shit taken.
Let's keep that in mind. The thing is, it affects stuff like that affects black people more because a lot of these places that was taken over, a lot of these white people owned a lot of our property out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep that in mind as well. But
Yep.
next topic, brother.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was get on a little good little subject, man. What's your opinion on the NBA trades, man, especially with Cleveland deal?
Cleveland move is. I think the Cleveland move was pretty good, but they could have
I
did
agree.
better. I think the Cleveland move could have been a lot better uh, if uh, if they really got somebody. But Jordan Clarkson, I don't know. I'm looking at them. They might get put out the playoffs in the semifinals or the conference final if push comes to a shove. What's your take on it?
Wait. Back up. Ladies and
Go ahead.
gentlemen, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy JSmoove had, and no wonder why it's warm and raining. Jimmy JSmoove agrees with me because I have them getting put out in the second round. And if you see my Facebook post and I see with the addition of Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., George Hill, and Rodney Hood does not guarantee a finals trip mate. Cleveland is going to be 49 and 33 at best. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
but now they was at 29 and 22 the other day. Now I don't know. I know they won 2 games. Now the lineup that Tyronn Lue put in, okay, they produce. Like Jose Calderon, 6'5", good solid point guard, can shoot like a motherfucker, but see, he can't play no D. LeBron, they put LeBron over at power forward, and they had some guy come off the bench. I ain't never heard his name. His name started Omar, something like that. Started small forward. LeBron still got his fucking points anyway from last. It was, but whoever they was playing the other night, LeBron had already in the third quarter had 27 points, 14 assists, 10 rebounds. Okay, but what I look at it right here is this: George Hill is the only one. Now I like George Hill when he was back in San Antonio. And Greg Popovich was pissed off. He had to let that man go. He didn't want that man go.
Yeah.
George Hill is a little bit over 30. I think he just said he's 30 or 31. He's the old, but he's the second oldest team. He's the third or the fourth oldest team member on there. Because LeBron at 34, just gonna say him 34. He's 34 now. Okay. He'll gonna be giving them dimes and scoring his points. But let's be honest here. Cleveland is still if Cleveland is still ranked 29th in defense, right above Sacramento. Now I felt they made some of the moves. I felt okay, yeah, they got rid of Sean, much needed. You know, why you gonna get this man all the money? This motherfucker can never produce. The only thing that he produced, like Shannon Sharp said, big shout out to him, was a new wife and new dress and a baby in a reality show. That's about it. So they got him on down.
Right.
The most questionable trade and it was somewhat Rodney Hood said, okay, they traded Derrick Rose and Jay Crowder in Utah for Rodney Hood. And I was watching a Rodney Hood interview yesterday when he said something about that he decided to play alongside his idol, LeBron James, which to me sounded like a bunch of bullshit. And then it's kind of, and listening to that interview was kind of funny because you remember when Cleveland drafted Andrew Wiggins, right? And he said that he was excited about the prospect of playing alongside LeBron James. So what happened when LeBron came in? Well, we all know LeBron has something to do with it. They traded Wiggins to Minnesota. And really, Wiggins, man, is not up to his potential. They get this man an extension. And looking at his body language, I really think that Wiggins doesn't like to be second fiddle to Jimmy Butler. But he's gonna have to suck. But let's just be real. He's gonna have to suck. He's gonna have to suck that shit up and learn from Jimmy Butler.
But here's the thing, though. Minnesota need to stay together. The team they got with Karl Anthony Towns, Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, those guys out there, they need to stick together. They're just a young team. The biggest issue with Minnesota is they're a young team. But if they keep on playing the way they can play, they could possibly be, and I'm not saying they will, but they could possibly be the next Golden State of the Western Conference if no trades get made and people on that team stick together. The problem is they have youth. Karl Anthony Towns is probably one of the best centers in the NBA right now.
I agree. And like I said, and like you said, Minnesota's problem is them. Like right now, they ain't got no business losing over 20-something games. Them dudes right now, they look more to be like an over 30 win team, and they probably could be around about like a 70, capable of being a 19. They should have 19 losses right about now because they lost some games they really had no fucking business losing.
Yeah.
Like the Cleveland game, for example.
Because here's the thing with Minnesota. I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm looking at the stats. So give me a second. If you look at the stat line, you got, hold on. Sorry about the inconvenience. Let me see. Right. You got at least 7 guys on that team averaging in double figures per game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that team, they have a future there. You got at least 7 guys averaging double figures. And like I say, if they stick together, if those guys stick together, those guys will be dangerous. You hear me? Those guys will be dangerous. Okay, you got Jimmy Butler's the leading scorer. Karl Anthony Towns is the second leading scorer. Andrew Wiggins is the third. Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson, Jamal Crawford, and Georgie Zhang. So he's doing his thing. So you got some damn good players on that team, man.
Hell yeah, but they ain't got no. But like I said, but they ain't got no business losing like 24. What's their record now? What's their
record? Is 34-24. Let me see the conference standing real quick. So because my computer's a little
which is pretty good. But right now they record. Let's see, what's this? They have played 58 games already. They should. They should be at least 39-19.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the conference standing right now. We know Toronto took over the East for now, but that's by way of.
And I got an issue with them. I'm gonna address about.
Okay. Excuse me. Minnesota is the 4th ranked team in the conference.
So right now they're at a 4th seed.
They're right at a 4th seed. They're creeping up on San Antonio.
Where is Cleveland right now?
Cleveland is number 3. Surprisingly, they're number 3. Surprisingly, and I'm saying surprisingly because if Washington gets it together, or even Milwaukee gets it together, they might not. They could easily drop down to like 5 or 6.
But Toronto number
Losing
one
streak.
right now, right?
Toronto is number 1, but that's because Boston has played more games. They're 40-17. Toronto is 38-16. But they're leading a half game because Boston has played more games and they have more losses. But if the NBA, if the playoffs ended today, they would Toronto would be the number 1 seed in the conference.
Right. Damn, I can't reach my phone. But like I said, I got an issue with Toronto because it seemed. I was telling one of my Facebook friends, JSmoove, give a big shout out to him. He's a Boston fan. I said the only team that I think is capable of beating Cleveland is Boston. But I have an issue. But here's my issue with two teams that's capable of beating Cleveland, which is Boston and Toronto. Let's start with Boston first.
Right.
One, if they ask to learn if they ask can stay healthy. Now, mind you, that Greg Monroe, hey, that was a good pickup. He's a solid inside scorer, and he was a beast in Georgetown. So I've seen Greg Monroe do some damage, dog, and he gonna get them rebounds you need. Okay, and also if Marcus Smart can just slow the fuck down and stop acting stupid on the court, which he's doing it again, he's leading the league in offensive fouls like he did last year, because he's the butt end of every joke about him leading, him leading the NBA over every other team by himself in offensive fouls. If he learned to slow the fuck down and play fucking ball, stop trying to be all hot grandstanding and hot dog, Boston have a shot. If Kyrie can fucking stay healthy, Boston have a shot. Now, you got Kyrie, then you got Greg Monroe and Al Horford in the inside. Now they talking about Gordon Hayward maybe coming back sooner than we think. Now, if Hayward come on, I'm put like this. If Hayward hadn't broke his fucking leg, we wouldn't be talking about Boston being behind Toronto. Which brings me to Toronto. Every time when I say that the Toronto Raptors is the NBA version of the Kansas City Chiefs. They're a good regular season team, but they always fuck up in the playoffs. Okay?
Yep.
The year before, they had Cleveland beat, and then all of a sudden the motherfuckers started doing some dumbass shit off the court, like when the two niggas went to the damn casino before game time. I'm like, and then the coach, he was just like, when he had no problem. He said they grown men. He said they wanted to go to the casino before game time. That's their business. Now, Dwayne Casey, he a good coach, but see, he know better for saying some shit like that. But come on. Your top players, man, that you need against Cleveland to extend this possible game 7 series, and that team had Cleveland on the ropes. Kyle Lowry, good player in the regular season. Postseason, he ain't gonna give you too much of shit. And the reason why Cleveland was able to whoop Toronto last year was because Kyle Lowry got hurt, and DeRozan didn't step up, do his fucking game like he's supposed to enough. So if you go on my Instagram post, I took a picture of something when I was playing NBA 2K, and I took a screenshot of where I'm currently in my career in the playoffs. It had Toronto beating Cleveland 4-2. So I tagged Kyle Lowry and I tagged DeMarcus DeRozan. I said, I hope y'all two can make this fantasy become reality. Because Toronto, excuse me. Toronto got some good games. They got some good players, man. They got a good coach, Dwayne Casey. He runs I forgot that system. He said he changed it up. He runs the EVA system because he played in Kentucky. Because I read up the bio on him. Dwayne Casey played on that last national title team before they went to the Drizzling Shits. That was back in '78. Yeah. And then the year after, he didn't even go pro. He went straight to the bench coaching. So he learned a little bit of that. He said he runs some type of motion offense that's a mix of the Henry Iver and something else. it works good.
Yeah.
It has Cleveland on the ropes.
Yeah,
And it has Cleveland on the ropes.
Yeah.
You know,
with the motion offense, you can run it at a slow pace and you can run it at a fast pace. It don't necessarily got to be straight running gun or straight motion. You can just run it slow down, or you can run it. You can speed it up a little bit, kind of like how Coach K run his motion offense, or Henry Iba ran his motion offense, which is why Henry Iba was typically the Olympic head coach. You know what I'm saying? I think for four straight Olympics, something like that. So it can be ran slow down, and it can be ran in a speeded up way. But with Toronto, what I'm impressed about Toronto is getting better at shooting the three ball.
Because see that's what that offense is built for. Because that Dwayne Casey offense is built for. You got to have a good 3-point shooter. Now, granted, I mean, I'm put it like this: he's one of the most underrated coaches, man, and I'm surprised ain't no other team is pursuing him for a job. Now, I'm gonna buy on something here. I think David Fizdale's a good fit for Milwaukee next season.
Oh yeah,
because Fizdale put like this: Fizdale runs his own original motion offense. It's nothing because he said it's stuff he come over. He don't base it on no like Henry Iba. Who else ran no motion offense? Just Henry Iba, right?
You got a Henry Iba. Hold on, let me do my research before I say something crazy. Hold on. Offense, basketball. I do know he gets a lot of credit for the motion offense, but let me look this up real fast. Motion offense, because a number of people gets credit for it. The motion offense is often credited to Hank Henry Iba, but it was developed by the New York Renaissance, which was an all-black basketball team. You can also argue.
Hold on. By the way, Jimmy JSmoove putting some black history on there. So the motion offense was originally created by the New York Renaissance African American basketball team. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can also contribute because the Globetrotters actually ran the motion offense as well. So yeah, so between those two teams, you can credit the New York Renaissance and the Globetrotters. Because you can credit those two teams, but more so the Renaissance you can take credit for that.
Yep.
So
and
I just want to make sure.
Okay. So I mean that's why I say Dwayne, and like I said, Toronto, man, they got the weapons. They improve on the 3-point shooting, and then and shockingly, the Rosen, who never wanted to shoot no 3-point, he out there popping them motherfuckers. So if they can come in and really, I think Dwayne Casey's. I think Dwayne Casey, he probably took a page from Bill. And I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna talk about that 30 for 30 special in a minute. If you ain't seen that, Jimmy. I think some of these NBA coaches is taking a page from Bill Belichick and Parcells. They base Casey bases his offense on what team he playing and what matchup and what he see on film. But I also like what he say. When the players watch film, they see what they see. He said, but they don't see what I see. And see, and I like that strategy from Dwayne. So I mean, Dwayne and Casey, hey, he's a good underrated coach, man. You don't see him scream holler. He'll get on them guys' ass now. But more than, and I really think, man, think if Toronto is a bet between Toronto and Boston, they can knock Cleveland out, dog. Because really, Cleveland is depleted. Yeah, big deal about all this la ha ha about what's his face being the best player in the world, blah blah blah. But come on, I mean, I recall back in '94, '95, when the best player in the world had made his return, they got their ass whooped by Orlando Magic. Then the following year, what happened?
Yeah.
The king had got the king may have been knocked off his throne for that 1 year, but he got it back to fall.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm gonna say this. That Orlando Magic team, when they played that 70 win Bulls team that year, they deserved to get that. They deserved to get that ass from Chicago, and the games weren't even close.
I agree. It wasn't even competitive.
None of them. And Penny Hardaway, bless his heart, that year thought that they could beat the Bulls. Shaq too. No, all them games were blowouts. Dennis Rodman out rebounded the whole Magic team through the series by himself, and he even contributed offensively, popping in 3-pointers like it wasn't nothing. Orlando wasn't expecting it. Dennis Rodman was a hell of a 3-point shooter in college. So I mean, he was a hell of a 3-point.
And not just that, Dennis Rodman, who often walked around on the court around 216, 220. This dude was getting big with fucking Shaq. I think he held him to 8 points in the game 4, game 3. What are those games he held? This dude is small, and
he's 6'8", Shaq 7'1", and he out rebound Shaq. And I mean, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all people. Jimmy and I, we just gave y'all something to look up for. 96 NBA Conference Finals, Chicago Bulls against Orlando. Pull it up, because none of those games were close. You thought the San Antonio destruction of Miami in 2014 and that NBA Finals was something. The Bulls weren't playing with nobody that year.
Yeah.
They weren't playing with nobody that year.
I agree.
But
if they wanted to, they could have swept Seattle. If they wanted to,
but they didn't. But you know they did. They could have won undefeated in the playoffs, but they didn't.
Oh yeah.
But also, man, I was watching a little clip of Inside the NBA. Big shout out to David Aldridge. David Aldridge made a good little point about who's the biggest disappointment in the trade deadline. And guess who he said? Memphis. I agree, because you're just gonna sit Tyreek down and still ain't trading. What the fuck is y'all doing up there?
You got a crazy owner out there, man. He's a young and dumb owner, man.
Robert Pearce
thinks he knows it all. His fuck up was getting rid of Lionel Hollins. He should have never got rid of Lionel Hollins, because the Grizzlies could have did something special if they had kept Lionel Hollins. All they needed to do was make a few trades, get some shooters. And Memphis would have probably been back in the conference final, if not made at least one NBA Finals during that time period. But yet they wore Zebo out, took him out of his prime, basically. You know what I'm saying? And shit, Memphis got up out of it in Memphis, and I don't blame. Go ahead.
And you know, and when I remember my pop said, my pops is not he wasn't the Grizzlies. He liked watching NBA, but he's not a fan of the Grizzlies. But this man even said that when he was just looking at Robert Pearce, when he didn't want to address nobody in the media in his press conference, he said that he looked at him. He told me this. He said, and I quote, he said, that young motherfucker got a plan. He said he got something up his sleeve. He ain't fooling no fucking body. He got something up his damn sleeve. And when I asked him what, I said, I said, Pop, I said, what you mean? He said, that motherfucker gonna try to move the team. Just watch. He said, I'm telling you, he gonna try his best to move. He gonna try his best to move the Grizzlies. And then he's really not. Then he talked all the shit talking about that he can beat Michael Jordan in the pickup game. He doesn't cater, and he even publicly said it one time. He said, I don't cater to what the fans want. Dude,
yeah, I agree.
He said he don't cater to what the fans want. Okay, dude, your fans is what make you fucking money.
Oh yeah.
But you don't cater to what they want. Come on, man. And then he doesn't. And then it's like when you look on his Twitter account, he don't talk nothing about the Grizzlies. He talks about the little software company deal that he got. That's about it. Even Chris Broussard even said he doesn't talk about his NBA team. He talks about his other business that he got. He doesn't care about the Grizzlies. So, and it's like, and you know, Memphis, they really have become a huge disappointment, man, because everybody, I don't know what was worse. Them firing Fizdale because Conley being hurt and Marcus Gasol and Marcus Gasol being a bitch. Let's just call it like it is. Or with them firing Lionel Hollins. And
In and
if you
out.
ask me, I think it's pretty even. It ain't David Fizdale's fault that Mike Conley tore his Achilles, and then let alone his heel bone is tearing that little section in there that's connected to the heel bone. It's not his fault. Hell, it ain't Mike Conley, it ain't Fizdale's fault that these dumb motherfuckers signed Mike Conley to what? $131 million contract for 5 years. And the man, he didn't play he didn't play 2 full seasons out of those 5. Come on, man.
Yep.
It's not. It ain't Fizdale's fault. It ain't Fizdale's fault. You know, Fizdale being a coach. So I don't know who the fuck Memphis got on the interim, but it was like they losing. And it's like from what I'm seeing in the Grizz Nation Facebook group, hardly everybody showing up to the games now. So what that tell you? You shouldn't have fired Fizz. Bottom line, and it's like when your boy Charles Barkley made a funny statement. He said the Memphis Grizzlies think. He said, you know, Memphis Grizzlies think that. He said something about people always think that when they marry. He said people always think that when they get something, they marry the Playboy Bunny. They marry the Playboy Bunny, but they still end up being with a rapper. You ain't gonna never get what you want. He right in that aspect, dog. That's real talk.
Yeah.
People think, and that goes for it's not just in sports. That saying goes for life too. So remember, it's because you think you being with a Playboy Bunny, you still with a rabbit. You ain't gonna get what you want all the time, y'all. Memphis, like he said, Memphis is just being fucking greedy. And Charles Barkley's Memphis, and he likes Memphis. He said Memphis just need to get up off that, stop being greedy, and go and get themselves together upstairs. And you know, and Jimmy, like I said, and then I know you don't agree with Charles Barkley on some things, you know, when he talked about race and stuff. But as far as basketball, dude, hey, he has some good points. He makes some good points.
Oh, so, he makes some good points with his field.
You say what?
I'll say that, you know, because he's definitely, when he said that LeBron is another Scottie Pippen, he said a mouthful there.
He did.
I totally agree.
Man, yes. I said in the first he said he was more like Magic Johnson. Now I think he's more like that too. It's both. So
yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. LeBron does not have a reliable mid-range jumper. Why do you think every time he goes up for the game-winning shot, he's either driving the basket, going up for a layup, going up for a dunk? He's going up. He's driving the basket. He rarely shoots the ball going up. He rarely shoots the game-winning shot as opposed to driving the basket. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if Grant Hill didn't miss his prime, because his first 6-7 years was his best years. I felt like if you put Grant Hill in that position, he would have just shot that bitch. Because he had a decent mid-range jumper, a very reliable mid-range jumper. And I hope they put my boy Grant in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it.
He's first ballot. And we're going to go on record to say this. Grant Hill had a decent mid-range jumper, but he had the ugliest three-point shot ever, but the motherfucker was hitting.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't take a lot of three.
I mean, that shit was hell. That damn three-point shot was just as whoo. Was the Fred Samuel he talked about Esther type ugly. Okay? It's ugly, but he was hitting them.
Oh yeah, dog. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But he would hit them bitches, man. His mid-range shot was unstoppable, man. But it's sad that his career was taken away from him by I think he would have had at least 2 championships under his belt, and then Detroit traded him on top of that. So, you know, I think Detroit. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then there was also a little issue back there with Detroit too. The word is that he had got Doug Collins fired, in which Doug Collins, man, he did good that unit, but I think he just, I don't know how true that is, and I don't think Grant is that type of person to do something like that, you know. But I wouldn't put it past him.
That one, man, because the whole Detroit. What I understood at the time that the whole team had plotted against Doug Collins, from what I understand.
You said what now?
I'm sorry. From what I understood from back in the day from the reports, I think the whole team went to the owner of the GM at the time and said they didn't want Doug Collins as the head coach no more. I don't think it was just Grant Hill. I think it was the entire team. You know what I'm saying?
But shit, them dudes is playing some good ball though, man, under Doug Collins. I mean, you winning 50 and 60 games every year, you want the man fired? Like, damn.
What happened with Orlando with Brian Hill, the team that Brian Hill over there in Atlanta at Orlando and Orlando thing. You talking about
Bruh,
they whole starting lineup. Go ahead.
Your mic. I was saying your mic with that dial-up sound.
No. I have a HD mic, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
But still, Brian Hill got fired that way in Orlando though.
Yep.
When Dennis Scott and Nick Anderson, this was after Shaq left as well. But they fired him.
And then they said Penny had something to do with that too.
No, that the team came in on that one. That Penny, it wasn't just Penny; it was the entire team more so, because that's why they hired Chuck Daly, an old ass Chuck Daly, who was just so far out of his best years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chuck Daly's best years was far from. I don't know why they hired him. He was just too old, man.
Yeah. Now I know for a fact when mentioned, because you forgot Dr. J. He was I think they had Dr. J in there as general manager and director of basketball operations. Now I do remember one little thing when because you remember that year when Glenn Robinson had got that contract extension. He was the NBA's first $100 million man. I do remember Penny Hardaway coming up and talking about that gonna tell him that Dr. J that he think he should be in that same bracket. And Dr. J told him, no, I don't think you're not. And Dr. J was being real with him. Glenn deserved that money because Glenn was good. And I still say this. And and Dr. J told Penny, he said the reason why Glenn got that money because he deserved that money. He was fucking good. Glenn Robinson had no weaknesses to his game or nothing. Nothing. The dude was never injured. He took care of himself, and then that's enough. He took care of himself. Never heard nothing. You never heard no bad shit about this man. Now, the only time you did hear about this man sometime recently on social media was him when he had to put Stephen A. Smith in his place on some shit, and respectfully so. You never heard of him, but you never heard not a bad thing about Glenn Robinson in the media, on the news, or nothing. Because in that time in that year, Glenn Robinson played every bit of that money that he deserved. And Dr. J was right to tell Penny that he feels he's not Glenn Robinson money. He's not Glenn Robinson money material. He still has some work to do.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that because Penny's prime, he deserved that money. I'm sorry, because without Penny coming on that team, they wouldn't have gotten to the finals of that conference championship. I totally disagree with that.
True.
I think he did. He did earn that $100 million. You know what I'm saying? So, Glenn Robinson, I'm not going to say he didn't deserve his cut either. But I think Penny, if you talking about who was more deserving, I think Penny was a little bit more deserving because without him, because they had Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott, but what did they do? They didn't do shit. They didn't do a goddamn thing. It wasn't until Penny and then them making the trade for Horace Grant came along to contribute to that team. Because every year Orlando was getting put out the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
I think it was to the Knicks and shit like that the first 2 years, and then They made the championship game against Houston Rockets and got their ass put out. So he
And then
made
when
a
Horace
difference
Grant
on
played
that
his
team.
old team and shit, he got his ass whooped. So, but
Oh yeah,
yeah. So man, so shit. The NBA back then and now, man, all these trades that went down. You heard it first, and Jimmy J agreed with me. He thinks Cleveland is going to be out by the second round, if not the conference finals. I'm still buying on second round.
They asked them up out of there. They getting up out of there.
And LeBron's going to suck it up.
Yeah.
He's going to have to suck it up.
LeBron played so good to where, unless they play so good to where can't shit stop LeBron, unstoppable LeBron. I'm talking about can't nothing stop me now, LeBron. He's going to have to play. He's going to have to average at least 35, 40 a game for them to get there. If they do go
there. Hey, I'm going to tell you, the best LeBron that I saw was in that 2007 playoff series against Detroit. This fool had, 29 points. What was that stat line he had? He had like 29 points, 15 assists, 13 rebounds, 5 steals, and then the man had like 3 blocks. Now, if that looked, now that was a dominant ass LeBron, man. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Shit. He single-handedly took Cleveland out that little break. That was the year when Cleveland first went to the finals and they got beat by San Antonio. So but yeah, like you said, if unstoppable LeBron show up, then maybe. But still, unstoppable LeBron can't do it all by himself. And I don't like, and I'm just gonna go here on record and say this here. I don't like LeBron the player, but I like the man though. But come on, I mean, LeBron's just gonna have to face it, and all you LeBron fans is gonna have to face that. Even the greatest of kings fall from the throne, and LeBron's no king.
Yeah, I agree, man. They're gonna have to step it up, man. I mean, really, because Kyrie going to Boston, that hurt them, dog. That hurt them, dog. Real talk, that hurt them, man. They should have made some type of trade during the year. They should have got rid of Kevin Love and fucking Tristan Thompson if they were gonna make any.
They should have got rid of Tristan Thompson though. Skip Bayless even said they should have got rid of Tristan Thompson.
Or I should call him Trick Bitch Thompson. In my personal opinion, because that's all he did. He's a trick bitch.
You gonna listen to your baby mama telling that you don't go back to your ex-fiance to see your son? What the fuck, nigga? You a shit man. You a shit of a man.
Yeah, man, that sunken place ass Negro. Don't get me started with that sunken place.
Man, me. I don't. That's another subject, another time, man. But I was talking about Isaiah Thomas earlier, man. I'm gonna make this short and simple. Let's move on. That's all I gotta say, because he ain't, Isaiah ain't about shit, man. That's why I said Isaiah remind me of Allen Iverson. But the difference between them two, Allen Iverson had more heart. He can play defense. But yeah, that motherfucker was shooting that ball. I mean, anytime you have a stat line, 41 points and 9 to 33 shoot. But AI never did none of the shit that Isaiah doing. Like, why the fuck, like I said, why the fuck you gonna call a team meeting? You ain't been here long gonna talk about Kevin Love or question why Kevin Love left. If the man was sick, like I said, it's like you go to work. You've been working all this time, all of a sudden you feel ill to the point you can't work no more. What you gonna do? You gonna go home. But it wasn't Isaiah's place to challenge that man. You ain't even wasn't even on the team yet. He wasn't even on the team yet. And he's gonna challenge that man. So and shit. Yeah, and speaking of which, Jimmy, if you read in the description, I said I had a shake my head moment Wednesday. Okay. What's going on?
No, your thing going in and out. Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
I said I had I said I had a shake my head moment Wednesday on social media.
Okay.
You remember in episode 2 when I had addressed that young man's question about the rampage?
Yeah.
Okay, now I don't know if he had heard. I don't know if the rampage had heard the video what I said about what I thought about him at the time. But I really ain't losing sleep with what he did. The dude unfriended my ass on Facebook. So I don't know. Like I'm saying, I don't know if somebody, because I shared the video with one of my friends, and I ain't saying she did it because said she listened to it on her own time, but maybe somebody else that he knows had probably shared it and heard it. And he probably,
Right.
he heard it or whatever. Or maybe he unfriended me by accident. I don't know, because him and his wife, they both share one Facebook page. So I don't know. But if he did hear those comments, it's like, I'm not saying I'm not equating that beef like as to how Umar Tariq did. Because see, when Umar threw a shot at Tariq, you knew Tariq was gonna fire back. Okay. And then
Most
that's why I was saying,
definitely.
and now we'll talk about it and see, and that's why I was saying about, when I was making some comments about the guy, what was most disappointing was that he didn't retort back. He didn't even attempt to make a comeback with with the stuff that I said. Which
Right.
again, I get, like I said, 90% of the time that's gonna happen. But it's like my friend says, sometimes if he did him and he didn't reason why he didn't want to make a comeback because it probably wasn't worth making a comeback on. But if like I said, now if David did hear what I said, I was just gonna say this. I mean, I stand by the comments that I stand by what I thought about him. I stand by the comments that I made about him. Now, if he made some about me privately, or if he does make some about me about how I was, then I'm gonna make a good suggestion to him. Make sure you back it up with actual facts, because I tell people, if you're gonna tell a lie on me without no facts, I'm gonna burn your ass. Okay. Now, I said some things about how he was. Now, if he does go out his way to make comments about him, about me or something, I'll appreciate the time with him Googling me if he does that.
Yeah.
Because I stated in the beginning of the video that I'm starting to unfollow. I'm gonna start unfollowing folks on on Instagram and stuff, because certain people that I do follow, like you can't respond to their live videos or on their stories and all this and that shit. So you guys, you know what? Fuck it, I just unfollow you. So it's just real talk. But like I said, I mean, if he does attempt to make a comeback and he posts thoughts,
Yeah.
he just need to make sure to come, post his thoughts. He just need to make sure to come. He just need to make sure to come with the truth and facts. So
Oh yeah.
that's all it is. Now if you gonna tell him, now if people gonna tell a lie on me or whatever, I will burn your ass. So I mean, it is what it is on that. So that that's a dead issue. And on one last note, Jimmy, man, the 30 for 30, because I can't wait for the next 30 for 30 coming up about Bobby Knight, the last days of Knight. Uh, that 30 for 30 on Bill and Bill, I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, a lot of people can't like yourself, can't stand Bill Belichick for what he does.
Yep.
But you gotta give the dude credit, because his defensive game plan is just off the fucking chain. Because his matchups, because he gave a good example about what was it? Lawrence Taylor said, he made a comment. He said, I remember when Bill Belichick was the special teams coach, and he said something, and he come make a suggestion to me about how I need to come off. He said, because he said he didn't know who the defensive coordinator was at the time. And Bill was a special team coach. He said, you might want to come out. He said, hey, for that snap, before they, when they make, he said, maybe when they make that third, before they make that second count and that snap, that second or third count and snap, kind of shift over to the left. Kind of shift over to the right a little bit. And we said, hike, you can get off the edge quick. So Lawrence Taylor said, who the fuck is this dude to tell me about how I need to play? You know? So when he so they said when the next following year, I'm wondering what the fuck that is in the background on your end, Jim. So he said that in the next following year, they had a new defensive coordinator, saw all the defensive schemes and stuff like that. And Lawrence was wondering like how he was able to be all open and stuff to get all those sacks. And he said, Bill Parcells says, oh, that guy over there came up with the defensive game plan. He was like, who? And he pointed over, he said, Belichick. He said, special teams guy. He said, any special teams going, he on new defensive coordinator. What the fuck was you doing in the background while I was talking, dog? Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm here.
I wonder what all that dog noise in the background. You went back outside or something?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the house.
Yeah, okay, but I gotta give it to Belichick, man, because they was talking about in the '90 season, the year they won the Super Bowl. He said when they played the Bears in the divisional playoff, he said they knew Mike Dicker was gonna game plan for the 3-4. So them fools switched to a 4-3, switched to the 4-3 on his ass, and they didn't get no running yards. Then they said when they played against San Fran, and they knew San Fran and Buffalo were the top two teams that put up the most points in the regular season, he ran an aggressive dime coverage on their ass. And then it said with Buffalo, they came with a bump and run to throw them off the timing. And then Bill Parcells came with the offensive game plan and said, run the ball and kill the clock. Because we ain't gonna let that offense get back on the field. We're gonna wear their defense out. I mean, I mean, you gotta give it to them, man. I mean, Parcells and Belichick, them dudes, I mean, they won't, they were on top of the game. But Belichick, he been, did some old fuckboy, he been doing some fuckboy shit lately, like with Malcolm Buck. So and they said that ain't the first time he did that, because they said last year's Super Bowl, he cut a guy before the game even started.
Wow.
And the man had his family there, because he said not only he wanted to play the game, he said he just wanted to get was there like so he could build up on the insurance. That was it. That way, he anything happened to him, his family, he taken care of. Said Parcells cut that man the night of the Super Bowl. So that was heartless. That man, and I said, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. That's some whole ass shit right there.
Yeah, and then and then when you go back to this Super Bowl after watching it, a lot of people talking about Philly's defense is trash. Philly has a good defense, but it just come crucial moments in the fourth quarter. They just start getting stupid. I mean, and Jim Schwartz is a hell of a good defensive coordinator, man. He came from that Belichick tree. But
well, Jim Schwartz came from that Tennessee / Belichick tree.
Yep.
Jim Schwartz, you talking about Jim Schwartz that was the Titans defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he runs a mixture of the 4-3. He runs a mixture of the zone defense that Belichick runs too. He runs a mixture of the 46 and the and a lot of zone too. Yeah. So he mixes it up. He mixes it up. Go ahead.
I think he said he learned a little. He said when he first got the job, he said he kind of watched. Said he found some old Jim Johnson playbooks. That was Philadelphia's old defensive coordinator before he died from cancer. He said Johnson ran a lot of 4-6. Didn't nobody know it.
That's true.
He said, because why do you think Philadelphia's defense stayed in the top 3? And he said at one point it was number 1 there. It was number 1. Them years they went to the NFC Championship game, But he said because Jim Johnson ran a lot of 4-6, because he said with certain situations, he said depending on the team, he would run man coverage, bump and run, and a lot of folks, and he mixed a lot of And he said he was the only guy to come up with a 4-6 over front. And he said he used a lot of dime and nickel. So that's what Jim Schwartz said he based his defense on. He got the personnel for it. Now, mind you, I mean, yeah, you got Chris Long, Fletcher Cox, and you got all them guys. If you can get just a good hard-hitting corner or safety, like a la Brian Dawkins, who, by the way, congrats, second go-round of Hall of Fame, he should have been in there first go-round, in my opinion. I call him the original human suplex machine. If he can get a good, strong, if he can get a good, strong, get him a good free safety or hard-hitting, strong safety like him, they'd be solid. They'd be solid. So, and let's just be real, all these sports networks out there. And I'm pretty sure Jimmy JSmoove will agree. There will not be a quarterback controversy in Florida. It's still Carson Wentz's team. But when you think about it, the week Carson got hurt, Carson was getting ready to pull that same old fuckboy shit again he did last year. Because see, they started off 5-1, then they turned around and went 7-9 and out the playoffs. Because see, he was doing some little fuckboy shit during that span. And he was getting ready to get back to doing that fuckboy shit again, where Philly was on pace to being a wild card team at best. But I say this: it's not going to be a quarterback controversy out there in Philadelphia. It's still Carson Wentz's team. I mean, Carson just going to have to learn to stop doing fuckboy shit. Nick Foles, he's a damn good quarterback. Damn good quarterback. And I mean 6'5" quarterback, and when you got that speed on you like that, you got a good arm. And I recently watched one of the best QB quarterback camps ever, John Gruden. I think it was the 2012 year. He had Luck, Kirk Cousins, RG3, and Foles on them. And Nick Foles says, when John Gruden said, "What can Nick Foles bring me to my team?" He said, I'm gonna bring you the best. He said, "I'm gonna bring you the best Nick Foles is gonna have to offer." He said, Nick Foles is gonna win you games.
Oh yeah.
And he's right.
Oh,
and his football and Nick's football IQ is good. And it's bad though that field goal Fisher damn near made this fool quit. Basically, because he said fuck football. When he played the Rams, I said, yeah, that was the worst mistake he ever made. He went to the Rams and field goal Fisher didn't give him a fucking shot. And by the way, Jeff Fisher, if you're listening, all you Jeff Fisher fans out there, his ass don't need a job alone. He just need to just stay away from the sideline. Period.
Nigga, be a defensive coordinator. Fuck being a head coach. He doesn't never need to get a head coaching job ever again in this lifetime. He needs to just needs to become a defensive coordinator. Real talk. Because
you remember he was learning from Buddy Ryan, and he told the story. They asked him and he said Kevin Gilbride and Buddy Ryan. He said, "Was you there?" He said, "Yes, I witnessed it. I was there." He said, I was right there. He said, because me and Kevin, we were talking about some things, and he said, I suggested to Kevin about running. He said it was an offensive player running Southern because he said he said whoever it was they were playing. See, that was on that 93 Houston Oilers team that was picked to go to the Super Bowl, but they had all the little fucked up off-field issues and shit. And he said that when he was talking with Kevin Gilbride, he said, next thing you know, he said he thinking Buddy was getting ready to come talk to him. He said Buddy all of a sudden just swung at Gilbride. He said, whoa. And they always trying to break it up. He said, because he was learning from Buddy Ryan, one of the best. You know?
Oh, yeah.
No, but I mean, he just need to be a defensive consultant. That's all he need to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he be a defensive coordinator, he going to make a play behind the scenes and be a coach.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's more of a consultant at best. So.
I totally agree with that, though. I totally agree with that because dude is not a head coach at all. I mean, after the way he did Vince Young at Tennessee, and I know my boy Corey disagrees wholeheartedly, but he fucked off Vince Young. Let's just shame the devil. Had field goal Fisher not locked out Steve McNair, I think Vince Young would have been able to handle the NFL a lot better. He needs somebody to mentor him, kind of like how Joe Montana mentored Steve Young. Steve Young rode the pine for a while, but he learned the game. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Young was a good quarterback at Tampa Bay. He just, he
Yeah,
just was. Go ahead.
and
Go ahead.
when he was under that, when he was playing in Tampa Bay, he was under that Ray Perkins system.
Yeah.
So and that Ray Perkins offensive systems, still used to this day. It was a pretty underrated system because you know what? Because Ray Perkins' system, he explained it. He said my system is different from Bill Walsh's because he said I call nothing, I call it nothing. When Bill calls colors, I call numbers like 22, zero flat slot tossing. I'm just saying, for example, that's what he'll call. And I still think to this day, man, the Ray Perkins playbook is still being used. It's being used right now at University of Alabama. It's still being used at New England, but it's done differently with Josh McDaniels, classic fuck boy, who's a classic fuck boy. But then, and on that note, I can understand why Josh McDaniels is going to take the job because, like you said, he got 4 kids, and then his oldest one is 12. She going to be 13. So I can understand that, you don't want to be doing all that damn moving. I can understand that. So I don't, personally, because when you look at Josh McDaniels, he got fuckboy written all over his face. But from a man's standpoint, I can understand that. He don't, because him and his wife, they live in Massachusetts, right near New England, 2 miles down from New England, from the facility. Yeah. And they like it up there. So, I can understand McDaniel's way because he don't feel like doing all the movies. He said the thing with Denver was good enough. But, but I really don't think McDaniel's, to be honest with you, I think McDaniel's is not head coaching material. I think he's more of a offensive coordinator material, like he is. I mean, he runs some good offense, but as far as coaching and shit like that, boy, written all over him.
Oh yeah. Because he could have easily did the damn thing in Denver if he wanted to, but he did a lot of fuckboy shit at Denver, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man. But other than that, man, but yeah, that 30 for 30, and if people who haven't checked it out, that 30 for 30 with Bill is pretty good. It's super good. I'm waiting on that one about Bobby Knight though. That's gonna be very interesting.
Oh yeah,
bruh, because he did a lot of shit. Matter of fact, you remember when he told Calvin Chaney to come up to the podium, pull his pants down, and the man took a whip.
Man,
I remember that shit. Then he fucked around. He grabbed the player. He grabbed a motherfucking player by the throat. Because they were saying, man, because there was a whole bunch of players came forth. Allen Henderson, Calvin Chaney, he said, man, I had seen a whole lot of shit. Because, Calvin Chaney going to go down as the dude that pulled his pants down and got whipped with a whip. But he actually didn't, but still, Bobby, come on. Bobby Knight a good coach, but come on, man.
Yeah.
But the dumb shit he did in press conferences and behind the scenes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then there was one player that came forth. He said, like, he was yelling at us and stuff. And he said, and one guy stood up. He said, look, coach, he said, hey, I ain't gonna sit up here and let you talk to me like that. And I ain't gonna let you sit up here and talk to these guys like that. And he told me he needed to back off. So next thing you know, Bobby Knight grabbed him by his throat and slammed him against the and he said slammed him against the lock. And he said, what could he do? He said he thought about it and then wanted to play. And he said one of the players kind of like tapped his hand, like, you're gonna lose your scholarship, but he ended up losing it anyway. That's gonna be fucking good, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, Isaiah Thomas, from what I understand, was the only dude that stood up to him because
that was Isaiah.
Because Isaiah Thomas wasn't going. I mean, because
but hold it up. You gotta forget where Isaiah from, dog.
Say what now?
773. You gotta forget. Well, before it became the 773, it was 312. The shot. West side, man. He don't play that shit.
Because Isaiah Thomas got into a fist fight with Bobby Knight. That's the
He
reason
gonna be
why.
on that special too.
Yeah, because Isaiah Thomas got suspended the year they won that national title. I think he was suspended for like 5 games or something like that. He didn't
Yep.
play the whole season. He didn't play the whole season. That's a lot of people forgot about that. But Isaiah Thomas got into a fist fight with Bobby Knight, and the team had to break it up. And the university suspended Isaiah Thomas. That's the reason why when he won the national title, he went straight to the NBA because they couldn't get along. Uh, and the fact that Isaiah Thomas stood up to Bobby Knight let Isaiah Thomas get away with more things than anybody else because he stood up to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he told Isaiah Thomas, run the offense the way you want to run it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to push it up the floor, push it up the floor. If you want to slow it down, slow it down. You know what I'm saying? And he because after that incident, he let Isaiah take the keys and that's what won the national title for them and stuff.
Because there's gonna be a lot of guys talking about this shit, man. I think Quinn Buckner's gonna be in this special. Isaiah, and we all know about him. You know, him and Coach K. They still on out. Because man, Coach K shared some story about how Bobby Knight he said he was tired, and they says he ever put his hands on. He said he had to. And Coach K again, Chi-Town dude, West Side. From west side from the shot, Coach K. Coach K said he said he would have been he said he would have been feeling pretty stupid that day if he had to put his hands on me. Man, hey, let me tell you something. Us Chicago people, we don't fucking play, dog. None of us.
And Coach K. He came from because I think he has a Jewish background as well, from what I understand. He has a Polish Jewish background, yeah. So
he don't fucking man. He don't.
Yeah, Coach K, he don't take no shit.
A real motherfucker.
Because this was at a time, and I'm not trying to sound crazy, but a lot of Jews were called niggas at that time. You know what I'm saying? So Jewish were oppressed at that particular time. So Coach K came from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I have a video on that, you know what I'm saying, that explains, you know, the Jewish differences and stuff like that. But at that time, Jewish people were very mistreated at that time. So you weren't gonna let no dude just come up to you. Hell no. Coach K ain't going for that shit. Hell no. Hell no. So
Coach K said in the press conference, he said, I don't mind if a ball player to come up to me about talking about basketball if they got a personal issue going on that may affect the team when they play. But they gonna come to me with something else, they better think twice. I'm like, hey, shit. Coach K may be short, bro, but hey, he shit. He ain't no punk.
Oh yeah,
a lot of these coaches ain't no punks, man. Shit, Rick, Slick Rick, he ain't, you know, but
I heard some stories about Rick Pitino. I heard some stories about that dude. He ain't no bitch. I can tell you that right now.
Jamal Musburn. he shared one dog that was so fucking funny that I could just imagine it. Says because somebody had the nerve to come at Rick Pitino about something. He told the female, it had something to do with the female assistant coach he had on the team, on the staff. And somebody made a derogatory comment. He said the N-word. And Rick heard it. He gave her the ball. He said, take over. He said, told her to take over the practice. Rick told the dude, he said, come here. He said, next thing you know, practice going on. You heard Rick hollering. He said, you ever fucking call her some shit like that again? He said, I'm going to show you what they can do. He said, don't you ever call it? He said, I'm going to show you what they ass can do. And Nick said, Rick said what he had to say, put the dude out. Then when said that Rick came back, then he went back again, said, cuss the dude out. And then he went on back. He said, and then she wanted to give him the ball back. He said, no, continue. Cause said the dude he confronted called because he was the only one to have a female coach, female staff on that team, and she was a black chick. She a black chick. I forgot her name. He said the guy fucked around and called her and said something about, I don't see how the fuck gonna tell you said that nerd tell Rick. I don't see why the hell you got that nigger bitch on that damn on that what you call. He said that, and he said, dude, great that day. And he said, so you never heard from that guy again after Rick got through with him. Oh, I done read some story about you about Nick never played about this shit, man. He didn't.
Yeah, and that could make the block hot. Not only can you get the university sued, you can get the head coach sued and stuff like that. There's a lot of legalities right there. So he had to detect that.
You know, He said, you think Rick, he said, and then he said, you think Rick gave a fuck about somebody was gonna sue? He said, no, because 9 times 10, Rick was gonna handle his business. Rick cared not about his plays. He said he didn't give a fuck. He said when he grew up, it was black. He said black, white, and Italians. Everybody looked out for one another. He said Rick grew up in the area. He said if somebody heard you going down the streets of child cussing, you got your butt whooped by them. Then then they told your mama, and then they told your dad. That's it.
That's what generation my mama come from. You know what I'm saying?
I too.
That's what. Yeah. So shit, you know, and for our community, we need to go back to that because that comes from Africa, man. That's an African tradition right there, man. You know, and they actually still do that out there in Africa too. You know, because I talked to my Nigerian friend. He said, man, if you do something out there in those villages and stuff like that, or even in the city of Africans, because those African cities look way different than the villages. But I digress. But if you do something, the whole neighborhood's gonna whoop your ass. I've seen video of that too, man. It's been video posted, man. The entire neighborhood's whooping the kid's ass. They get a bamboo stick, a fucking bamboo stick. You get hit. You don't want to get hit with those. They get whooped with bamboo sticks out there in Africa. So shit, you don't want to do nothing out there, man. Shit, it's a whole nother ball game. So yeah, we need to go back to that, man. Because I believe some of these kids would act right if we went right back to it, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But other than that, man, I'm gonna end it off with a good note again. Anything else you like to add, man? You got something you want to plug for your next video?
Oh man, just subscribe to the Jimmy JSmoove Network, man, and check out my website, man. My website is jmacwright at myecon.com as well. You know, we got a lot of good information on that website as well. So check out my website and check out my YouTube page as well, man. And definitely those who listening, you know what I'm saying, come back to my brother Craig's website. I mean, my brother Craig's YouTube page, man. He got a lot of good stuff. So
yeah, and also let me say this, you know, with the Let's Draw on Something, because you know I do the episodes. And, you know, like I said, Jimmy said, you know, I'm trying the network come out with video like every day. I post like the extras and stuff on that. Now, you know, people, you have to bear with me because you know sometimes life takes over. You know, like I come home from work, you know, I got, you know, make a long story short, when I come home, got to handle my business, got to handle my business at home. You know, I'm trying my best, and it's like this. Hey, you know, just come on and support. You know, give big shout out to my episode, my guest that was on episode 4, which is a must listen in case if you guys haven't heard it, our project WA Homes. Because I'm giving a prime example about, you know, people supporting each other. Okay, it has nothing to do with skin color. Okay, he has a Patreon page, and as of now, I don't know if he still has it up or he took it down. But I know I have one that I gotta update. You know, Patreon page and stuff like that to broadcast his artwork. And you know, and he cut some good deals on there. You know, you pay for you players a certain amount, you get this and that. He'll show you step by step and everything. He wasn't getting support, but when I did look at somebody else, like one of his DVR followers has has a patron page similar to his, art style and everything. Dude getting support. It's like, okay, what the fuck? You know, my point is this. You know, there shall never be any selective support from anybody. Support them, man. I mean, like I said in the beginning, and and Jimmy, you go back to the video and listen to it from the beginning. What I stated about folks not wanting you to respond to your direct, they lives or directs on the Instagram and everything. Let me say this with you guys, and as my old man put it best. Your ass point to the ground just like everybody else, no matter how big, how small, how tall, how fat, whatever it is. Your ass still point down to the ground. You ain't better than nobody else. You are no better. You are not no better than anybody else. So with this being said, hey, support me on the Let's Draw on something, and I'm putting it on Facebook, and I'm telling all my Facebook friends and followers about this as well. Come on out, support. I mean, if you can support somebody because they have a legit business and everything, hey, so be it. But also support the other ones that's trying to make, that's doing something on the side, where y'all say that, or the reason being say y'all don't support this person because they quote unquote do too much. Maybe you need to look into what you're saying about do too much. And I want somebody to explain to me what doing too much in your opinion is. There should be no such thing as selective support. Go out there and support that person. Like I support Jimmy JSmoove in his videos. I support him all the time. Jimmy JSmoove supports Tariq Rashid on his videos and on his page. Give him shouts out. Jimmy J supports Umar Johnson on a lot of on his videos and stuff like that. Hey, I subscribe to Willie D. I show this man love supporting, when I can, shouts out stuff like that or whatever. Hey, if we have Twitter hymns, show us support on that.
Exactly.
But hey, not only show me some support, but also show, like I said, show the guys like the David Holmes, the Jimmy JSmooves, and everybody else. And it don't matter if you don't know them or not. Support them. You'd be surprised. Like my boy Trey Murphy. Support him with his business, Memphis people. Don't fuck him over and think you're supposed to get everything for free because you know him. Fuck that shit. Support his business.
Oh yeah.
The selective support shit needs to be cut out. Period.
Exactly.
And with that being said, that's my final word. Episode 6. I have yet to decide on that one because I know I'm a week late getting episode 5 out the way because I had some hit issues here at home. But all I gotta say is thank my guest Jimmy JSmoove. I represent 832. Y'all know how you do. If y'all don't, I suggest you get a clue for joining me on this little topic of discussion. And once again, I'm Craig L. Smith II, aka Craig Jericho, which is my YouTube handle. Born and raised in 773, relocated to the 901 and suffering in the 256. So with that being said, y'all, peace out.
Much love.
So.